Welcome to this tutorial for Sure. If you remember, or if you have been follow up our previous videos, you have seen that we created first an account, and the last video we created a new project in Sure. This project we name it Supervision Contract for Water Networks. Right now, I'm just logged into Sure with my user account. This is the only project that I have, so this is the only project that I see in Sure. And in this video tutorial, we are going to show you how to add users to the projects and how you can create your team that will work in your supervision project. So let's just go to the project. This is the information screen. We already saw this in the past video tutorial. The project was created for free. The project status is ongoing, and we are going to start working with it by first adding the different users that we will have during our project. Good, so let's go to the project user section. In here, you will have all the users that are added in the project at any given time. At this moment, I am the only user, and I am the only one that is here. As you can see, the user interface is very similar to the other interfaces that you have seen. In Sure so far, it's a card in which we have the basic information of the user in the project. As for every card, you can always change the picture if you need to. In this case, tutorial user, which is me, has a position that has not been assigned, but it has here between brackets, as you can see, there is an administrator. Well, every user in Sure needs to have a role inside the project. The roles define what privileges this user has inside the project. There are three main roles, there are only three roles. The first role is user, which means you can add documents, delete documents that have been added by them. You can see all the information. Basically, everyone is a user. Then there is another role, which is approver. An approver is the person within the project that has the official signature for documents that can modify and can issue payments. For example, an approver will be a team leader, that is the person that has to finally sign the interim payment certificate, or the person that has to actually sign the variation orders. And the highest role is the administrator. Administrator can add or delete users from the project, can even delete the project if they want. Administrators are the highest one and usually are close to the main manager of the project. In some companies it's called project director. Well, every company has different terminology for these kind of roles. If you want to know more about the roles, you can go to the documentation site and go to the account management section, and here you can see a more detailed explanation about the privileges of each of the roles. But why am I an administrator? Well, the user that creates the project is by default in Sure the administrator of the project. You can assign other administrators afterwards, but the moment you create a project, you will be by default the administrator. Let's go to add a user to the project. Click on Add User, and this will open to you. Again, it will only open if you are an administrator. No other roles are allowed to add users. So click on Add Users, and it will take you to this form, which is very easy to fill it up. And let me explain a little bit more about this. You have the user position in the project. This is the name that this position has in your contract. Let's add, for example, a team leader at this moment. Okay. You need to include a first name to call this team leader. Let's call him Peter Leader, just to call him something. Okay. And here is where you see the role or the profile that the user has. In this case, by default, every user that is created has just the user profile, the user role. But if you choose final approver, then this user can approve pieces and can delete all the documents that are added. You always need an email for your user. In this case, let's make call it team leader at testcore.com. Just call it something. Of course, it would not go anywhere because this is a made-up email. And let's say that the user belongs to the same organization as I am, which is called DIS. Okay. Now, when I save this, Sure will automatically add the user, and two things might happen. If the user already has an account with Sure that has already been approved and that has been and the email has already been confirmed, you will just see it. Well, you see my card here, normal card. If the user does not have an account previously in Sure will send the user the email asking him to confirm the email that you just inputted. The moment they confirm the email, this warning will disappear from here and you will know that the user is fully operational in Sure. And that is all you need to do to add users. Just remember, be sure what profile or what project role you would like to give to the users that you're adding. Try to keep, my advice is try to keep the team, the final approver role to the minimum, maybe one or two people inside the team, and the rest just add them as users. You can always change later. You can always go as an administrator. You can always go to the project user, edit, and change the profile that you have inputted at the first moment. And of course, you can always delete the user from the project, and you can add new users to the project. Remember, deleting the user from the project, that doesn't mean that the user will be deleted from Sure. It will just be deleted from your project, the project in which you are the administrator. Well, this is all. I hope this is useful for you, and I hope it clarifies a little bit more the concepts of the project roles in Sure. And I would really like to see you in the next videos that we are creating. For our next video, I will go and create a contract and add the contract to the project. Okay, thank you all. See you next time. Bye-bye.